Hello everybody, this is the Flying Turk with another review video for you guys, and today we're taking a look at the ATR 72-600F that was released as a free update for the ATR series owners for the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I have no idea on how it works if you haven't bought it yet, but if you had bought it before, at least before it was released, then this is a free update for you. It comes together with the 600S, which is the stall or short takeoff and landing variant. Gotta say, guys, ATR was Asobo's probably best release for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. High fidelity, not exactly study level. If there's some things that were not working on it back in the day, I have no clue on how it is now. I just released and I wanted to put out this review for you guys so that you guys have an idea on what to expect. And if you haven't bought it yet, so you know what you're getting. I will be starting off with reviewing the freighter variant, the 72-600. Afterwards, I will put out a video for the 42-600, and then I will put out a review for the standard version. Now on the screen, I will be showing you a few photos of what you get with this expansion pack. There's only one thing that I don't really understand. They separate it in 42, 1, 2, 3, and then I have one other series named by Bravo Airspace, which I don't understand. It's probably because of a livery pack I've installed, but anyways, there's a bit of a mismatch with the series, I guess, or they released it like this. I don't know. A lot of ATR planes, but generally they're the same. I have to figure out what the difference is, but I will take a look at it later and make a separate video on that. But let's dive into this one. This is the 600F variant. But what is the ATR 72-600F? It combines modern avionics with spacious cargo hold, making it a top choice for efficient and reliable cargo transport, ideal for express courier services, regional freight. The ATR 72-600F ensures rapid, cost-efficient delivery of a wide range of goods. It's a general all-rounder, if you ask me. It's good for short cargo hops from point A to point B, maybe for like island hoppers, I don't know, maybe into airports that are smaller than usual. Like they can take off very fast and land on shorter spaces as well. So I get why they produce this. There are not many operators as of today. We have three with 19 aircraft in total. We have ASL Airlines in Ireland. We have Empire Airlines in the United States, and the famous one, FedEx Express in the United States as well. Then, like I said, a total of 19 freighter variants compared to the, which one was it? The 72-600, which has like 551 produced until today. It's like crazy. There are a total of 896 ATRs ATR planes flying, if I may say so, at this point, or at least out on the world. So yeah, interesting plane, I gotta say. But let's take a look at the exterior model, guys. Today we will be showing you how it looks on the outside. We'll give you a view on the inside, so that you have an idea on what to expect of the cockpit and the cargo hold. We will take it out for a quick takeoff and a quick landing at the same airport. We will go up, go over the sea, fly a bit around and come back. I'm not gonna make this a crazy long video, so let's just dive into it and show you guys what to expect. And before I go to the landing gear, guys, I'm not sure, but I think they've improved the exterior model on this one a lot. It looks a lot sharper and a lot better than before. Like with these panel lines and dirt and grime, these spider tubes. I gotta say, they did something different. I cannot put my tongue on it, but it looks a lot better. So kudos to SNH and Asobo for making this lovely plane. This would be a main landing gear bay, or sorry, front landing gear bay. Look at these beautiful lights in front. Tires look lovely, nicely modeled. We have some chokes on the ground, looks like. Or not. I don't know what those are. Yeah, those are the chokes. On the front, they're very small. This is the main landing gear. Look at how this looks, how the cast iron looks, how the shock absorbers looks. Guys, lovely job. Everything is connected like you would expect it to be. Very good job by these developers. This is how every plane should be in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Main landing gear bay also looks nice, nicely modeled. And this would be the other side. You can even see some marks on the metal, which looks lovely. Okay, let's take a look at the engines, or at least one of them. This would be your engine with the propellers. I personally think that the ATR propellers look mean. Like these look crazy. They look like swords almost, like a little bit like. I don't know if you see it, but reminds me of like pirate swords. Anyways, these are the engines. These would be your wings. Nothing to say about the wings too much. They've been done nicely as well. The ATR was already a good plane. It had some issues here and there. They should have been fixed with this update as well. This would be a rudder and the tail section. I love the attention to detail, like these things sticking out over here as well, on top as well. I suppose these were for static electricity, but I am not sure about that. I love what they did with these thingies, with the rivets as well. Like you can at least see the detail on the plane. It's not like a photo pasted on it. No, this is the plane, guys. This is all modeled in. This would be the bottom of your plane. Not too much to see, but you can see these rivets. I love it when developers do this. Even the reflections on the bottom look nice. You can see the landing gear reflecting on it. This would be one of your beacon lights. Lovely. Very nicely done. But yeah, that's it for the outside model. But before we forget, this is what it's all about with the 72-600F, the main cargo door. This is where your cargo would be loaded. And I'm gonna say, what the ATR, how it's leaning forward, reminds me a bit of the Airbus A330 with how it's leaning forward. But anyways, yeah, not much to talk more about the outside. That was it. So let's move into our cockpit. And this would be our cockpit, guys. We have a lovely EFB over here. Yeah, I wish all of the local legends and famous flyers, and name it, any plane that Asobo adds to the game afterwards as a DLC had something like this as a minimum. This is one of the best. You can import flight plans from SimBrief. You can see your payload, load the aircraft, set your takeoff trim, name it. Here you can set your performance. You can open up the doors, set the tail prop, main door, request these thingies. They don't show up, but they work at least. You have panel states over here. We can do ready for taxi if you're interested into that. Maintenance. If you press these things, you can maintain certain components of the plane. If you go to options, you can choose certain values however you like to see them. Even this, like autopilot, disconnect sensitivity low, medium or high, however you would like it. You can calibrate your throttles, which I honestly should do because with my throttle setup now it thinks that I'm reversing. So hardware reversers. Total hardware has reverser access, no. Maybe it should work fine now. Nah, now it's working. Okay, that's what I was searching for. When I was trying to film it earlier, my throttle was doing reverse, and I only have one throttle axis, and I'm pushing in a button to reverse, so turn this off if you like me. Anyways, that's it for the EFB. This is our cockpit. Let's say, lovely cockpit. Reminds me a lot of the Airbus with the colors and how this thing is shaped over here. Screens look a bit different, of course, but has something reminiscent of an Airbus. This would be your overhead panel. Don't expect the circuit breakers to work, but they have been modeled in nicely. Overhead panel has been done nicely as well. This is one of the better planes that you can get for for this price. Like for the price, you get a lot of plane, guys. You can even move the sun visors. Like if this would be a $30 $40 add-on, I wouldn't be shocked by it because it has that much quality in it. Believe me, this is almost study level. Almost. There were a few things back in the day that were not pressable and usable. It might be that they have fixed it. Like you can, if I hover over a lot of things, I can see blue, so it might be that we can press everything now. What is this? Okay, we cannot use that thing, but almost everything you would expect is pressable. Kinda curious. I don't know if this has a weather radar, but if it has that as well, then yeah, we could call it study level. This is the main door for to enter the cockpit. You can press these things to open them. The engine's spinning up over here. Cargo door opened. We will take a look at it from the outside as well. The animation is a bit too fast. I wish it was just as slow as the FSS 727, but at least the door opens and closes, so I'm not gonna complain too much about it. And this is your cargo area. I was extremely hyped about the 72-600F when they stated in the developer livestream that they would put this out. I was like, whoa, they did it. Finally, Asobo did it. And this is gonna be a lovely plane to use in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 as well. Because in that one we have a career mode which we can do some cargo ops with. And I am definitely gonna take out the ATR 72-600F on a few cargo flights in the new sim soon. If you're interested in some content from the new simulator, guys, make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I have already pre-ordered it and I will be putting out a lot of content for you from the day it will release. So yeah, that was it for the cargo bay. Nothing too special, it's just a cargo bay, right? Not much to see. Check out my other videos for the ATR 72-600S, so you can have an idea how the cockpit looks. And further down the road I will put out a normal review for the normal ATR that was released before. Yeah, that's it for the cargo bay area and for the cockpit. Let's move to this camera again so we can show you how the door looks. Very nicely modeled. We have these struts over here. This looks a bit off. It should be inside, not outside the hole, but I'm not gonna complain. It at least works. You have another strut over here. Yeah, nice. These are the engines spinning up. I don't like how these propellers turn. I'm gonna be honest about that. They're a bit meh. I don't like this effect. I know that's what they do on camera when you film a plane as well, but still I don't like it. This would be your door with the latch opened up as well. We have a little pink spot over here. Excuse me guys, I'm getting a bit sick. We have a little pink spot over here, texture missing. Which honestly is fine, I'm not gonna complain about that. And this, from what I've seen, only happens when the door is opened up and up in the sky, so yeah, not the biggest deal if you ask me. Here we have the prop for when it's loaded up so that it doesn't tip over, which seems to be floating. Shouldn't be like that. Like there are a few thingies here and there, but nothing game breaker honestly. Like these small details when you get up close, things I can live with. Nothing too bad, nothing like Airplane Heaven or Airplane Hell 707 I should say. Okay, let's close everything up and let's go and do a takeoff for you guys. This is the door closed. And this plane has reverse. As you can see, we're not being pushed back, we're reversing on our own. Just crazy if you ask me. Okay, let's move the gust lock over. And let's go and align on the taxiway or on the runway. And show you guys how it feels to take off the plane. We will do a short pattern around the runway. At least my original plan was to go fly over the water and then come back. But what the, whoa, that's a weird texture to the right. What's happening to that plane? Or is it like plastic over it? Oh, now it's looking good. But from the cockpit? Dang it, something is messed up from the cockpit view with that plane. Okay. Interesting, I've never seen that happen before. But I'm gonna do it a bit different. We're gonna go to the northern end, if I say it correctly. Let's check. No, we're going to the west end of the runway. From there we will be taking off towards towards the east. Excuse me, I had to think about that for a second. We will take off towards the east with the ATR 72. We will do a short pattern around and come back over the water and land at this airport again. So that you can have an idea on how this plane behaves and how it feels to fly it. And before we do that, let's show you how full flaps looks. Oops, not the best taxi. And I don't know if you can hear the engines. If I put up game volume too much, it's very difficult to understand me. That's why I'm keeping it a bit lower. Because this plane is a bit loud. With the purpose as well, but they sound nice, gotta say. It has a very close sound to the real deal. Back in the day I used to live in the Netherlands and I saw a few of these from KLM fly over. At Schiphol especially. And it sounds very similar. And that would be full flaps, guys, nothing more. But this is already a lot. This plane does not have spoilers, so don't expect that. And you wouldn't need it, it's a turboprop anyway. Okay. Let's get rid of parking brake again. So yeah, I have always found the ATR a bit too difficult to taxi. Throttle management is not the easiest. But when it's going, it's going. It's super nice to drive. Super nice to turn around as well. It's not a difficult plane. Only throttle management. And maybe it might be because of my setup, but in the air it's a lovely plane. This trim, you can hear the spin. Okay, let's give a full throttle. And let's see how fast we can take off. We are not loaded up, with very little fuel on board, so it will be a quick takeoff. And thinking about how quick this can take off, I want to see how quick the stall version can take off. Oh, a bit of a tail strike. It was a bit too fanatic. Was not the shortest takeoff. I did it a bit faster when coming from the other side. And let's take a look at the plane. Oh, a little bit too much of a bank angle. Let's go down on throttle. Yeah, when you do full throttle, it looks weird with the propellers. I've got to say. Okay, let's go first person again because I definitely cannot fly third person. Not my thing in this. Not my thing in this plane. Some planes I'm very good at third person, but this one not. It's sensitive.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I gotta say, guys, in this plane you can feel wind a lot. At this point we need some aileron trim actually, but I'm not gonna do it because it's only for a short hop. We will go over to that boat over there, and before it we will turn around and do a quick landing at the airport so that you guys have an idea on how this plane is up in the sky and how it behaves. Generally though, very nice plane. Nothing to complain about this. Especially for the price. If you still do not own the ATR for the simulator, guys, now is the perfect time to get it because you get this plane with it as well, and you get the short takeoff landing, and you get the normal 42-600 passenger variant, and you get the normal 72-600 passenger variant, and you get even variants of those variants, which is kind of interesting. In the beginning of the video I showed you those photos. Take a look at it, but of all the variants you get, don't take a look at deliveries because those are fewer and mismatched. I what I think is that they have saved the old one and just added this one on top. That's why we have the two old planes as well. Let's see how that will look. Yeah, this plane just looks super lovely. Oh, not what we want now. I wanted to take a quick screenshot. No, not a good idea. Yeah, we would definitely need some aileron trim. There we go, that's a nice shot. Okay. Not my best pattern. We will do another. Yeah, stick shaker as well. We're definitely abusing the ATR at this point. We will do another turn. And it is a very quick turn radius up in the sky. The only thing that's a bit disappointing are the propellers. I wish they actually turned. And this thing that's stuck. Or had that fake black effect that at least gives an idea of that it's turning. Let's see, we need landing gear. Hey, landing gear is not dropping. Now it is. Okay, not gonna be my best approach, guys. Excuse me.
Test start. Terrain awareness system test. Terrain awareness test complete.
Okay, we're gonna do a weird approach. Gonna put some rudder in.
100.
I think we can make it.
50. 40. 30.
Oh no!
10.
Extremely hard landing. Horrible. Yeah, not my best approach, guys. don't take that too seriously. Not what I was supposed to do, but at least we landed it horribly. But yeah, that was it for the ATR review, guys. And sorry, but I'm more of an airline pilot. This is not really my thing anymore. Back in the day, I used to fly it a lot, but I have no clue on how to fly it anymore. I've literally forgotten too many planes in my head at this point. But yeah, that was it for this short review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you now have a better understanding of what you're getting with the 600F. Very interesting plane. Not the easiest to fly. We could call it study level at this point. It's a lot better than what it was before. The textures are a lot better. The cockpit looks a lot nicer. I like what they have done, and I hope they keep up the good work. And if I look at it in the big picture, this is probably what we should expect from Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, like this quality of aircraft. But guys, that was it for this review. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment and subscribe to support the Flying Turk on his YouTube journey. Have a safe flight and safe landings, and see you in the next video. Take care, bye bye.